Welcome back. We're welcoming you back and welcoming ourselves back to the Yeah Come On Show podcast, show 167. Beat your chest, son. I'm your host, Southside Steve. That's my co-host, Brett Barney. We are without our co-host, one Evan Brando. And just to go ahead and qualify that, because it's been a minute, I will tell you, this show has grown. Individuals on this show have been to the top of the mountain. We've been to the top. We've done things in the past 3 weeks that are worthy of bragging about, talking about, and maybe a good damn excuse of why we haven't done a podcast in 2 weeks. Shame on us. Shame. Brett, is your mic working?
Oh, it is. I'm sorry. I thought you were still going. I mean,
all I got to say is, look, dude, I'm going to get into what
there was a lot of moving parts. And when you got three guys, you got one that starts a new gig and creates a new show. One who's looking for a job, finds a job. And then you got one who is like traveling for work. A lot of different pieces.
Yeah, and I'm looking at your travels, so we'll go after you first. Brett Barney, I see that you're playing golf. Whenever I travel, I play golf. Why? The wife's not there. The kids aren't there. It's time to play golf. And then I look up, I'm like, whoa, who is in your foursome? And I see Bill Murray. You're playing golf with Bill Murray, and you're wearing, it looks like a Caddyshack lid right now. Is that
I got it, and it's right here.
Oh, look at Bill. Look at Bill. Oh, my goodness. Yep. I recognize Mark Owens. I see Mark Owens.
Yeah, Mark Owens, former guest.
Yeah, former guest on the Yeah Come On show. Also former co-worker with the regular guys on Rock 100.5. And if you've been to an Atlanta Braves game in 16 years, Mark's the guy that tells you what's going on all around the stadium, does all the fun little games, MCs the tool race. That was his gig for a long, long time. He just gave it up, and he's now your coworker.
No, that he is. And you know what? I think he might be able to beat me in golf.
Oh, damn.
And I hate that because you see somebody older than you and you're like, I can kick this guy's ass.
Oh, no. Age comes wisdom.
No, he can play. That guy's a player.
All right. What kind of scores were y'all putting up? And I'll tell you whether you're a player.
Oh, shit. Me? God, it was different, you know. Like
under or over 100?
Oh, under.
Okay, just check it.
Yeah, because we had you remember God, I'm gonna sell this guy out and he's gonna hate me for it. You remember Randy and Spiff?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we play with Randy a lot.
I know who Randy is. Yeah.
So you know, Randy's a scratch.
Randy's a scratch golfer?
Yeah.
You know what? Tell me he has more time than he needs, you know. I mean, my God, how much time does he have on his hands to be able to be a scratch golfer? You got to work at that. I mean, I mean, you got to play a couple of rounds a week, I would say, or you're hitting balls.
Dude, he just last week, he's played for 48 years. He just hit his first hole in one. And I want to say his round was he shot 70 on a 72.
All right, mad respect.
Like, dude can play, and he's like 65.
Yeah, dude.
He's gonna fucking stab me in my side if he's 61, and I get it. But yeah, no, he bangs it down the fairway 280, and then all I have to do is get a recovery.
Yeah.
So, no, that guy can play.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys like me. I have two drivers. I have the one I can hit 280, 300 if I kill it. But sometimes I don't get the flight I'm looking for. But then I've got this old driver my brother sold me. God, I want to say like, I don't know, 10 years ago. So it's old technology, but I can hit it straight and I can hit it about 230, 240 all day. And sometimes that's my better play. You know, if you can stay in the fairway, you know, and get a good second shot and you got a decent short game, you can play bogey golf for sure. and you can play better if you can get an eagle. No, you might get a birdie. That's what you'd get.
Dude, I've got like 2 eagles and 1 hole in one in my career.
Oh
And
my
I
God, you
just
got
got
a
an
hole in
eagle,
one?
like,
Oh,
yeah.
I hate you. I mean, I love you, but I hate you. I haven't gotten one yet. I was this far away at Bobby Jones. The ball stopped in front of the hole.
Which hole?
One more rotation. The par 3 at 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
So
lived across the street from Bobby Jones when my
same
house got
here.
robbed. And
I
that's a
lived on
nine
Bob.
hole. That's a 9-hole course. So I'm
It
glad
is
you did it
now.
on 10.
It
Oh, it
is.
is. Oh,
Yeah. I'm going back, dude. I was living on Bobby Jones Golf Course in 1990 at Colonial Homes, the cement on 17, those apartment
yeah.
complex. I lived there, and my father lived there 25 years prior to me. Or no, God, well, when he was 24, he lived there. So
So that went up because now that's the practice, like chipping, and like you can actually go up there and hit like 140-yard shots. It's actually like the nicest practice area in all of Atlanta.
yeah, there was a driving that they had a driving range, but you could only use your irons. You couldn't use your driver. And then it played 18 holes, and I played Bobby Jones forever. I mean, God, I played it probably 40 times. When we got the Snowmageddon, I was all over it in a sled. When we had glow in the dark balls, I've probably played about 7 or 8 night rounds there, just because we walked, over the ditch and onto the course.
Dude, when the pandemic hit, so I was living across the street from it, and so I bought a push cart. So my goal was to see how much weight I could lose if I ran,
Mm.
like I hit the ball and then I run. And I played by myself. My quickest round
You're
was,
playing speed golf, dude.
yes. Yeah, I did 62 minutes for
Wow.
9 holes. I
Wow.
shot 2 over, and
Not
in
bad.
1 month I lost 15 pounds.
That if nobody's in front of you, you can do that.
Oh, you
Speed
can
golf's a
roll.
blast. You can roll. Yeah.
Yeah. The hole I hate there was the fourth. The one where like you have to chip it up and it has the water on the background and all
Mhm.
that. And it's like 70 yards.
Yeah. And then there's the hole you can't see. You just hit and you just launch at a country mile and it
Yes.
lands. Yeah. I mean, there's a couple of holes there where I drove. There's the one that's right there on the road, right on Northside Drive. And I've hit that one and played over the creek and gotten the roll and found myself 20 yards off the green on that one. I mean, if you hit it right and you got a low, like say like one is just screaming 6 feet off the ground and hits the ground and
It's called a
rolls.
stinger.
Yeah. If you can pull that shot, you can roll.
Nice little stinger.
Mm-hmm. So that's funny. That's good. So yeah, you played golf with Bill Murray. I will give you major props for that. It doesn't get much better, Mr. Caddyshack. I mean, if you'd have played with Chevy Chase, I'd give you more credit, but you did. But
I
you
don't
can't.
know, dude. Would you rather hang out with Chevy or Bill?
Bill, all day long, Bill. So yeah, you made the better move. But Bill in the movie wasn't a golfer. He was a greenskeeper.
Yeah, but do you know who Bill hangs out with?
Yeah.
Those are the guys you want to hang out with. Like Jamie Johnson, and I'm sure Jamie, and then the dude, God, I'm gonna botch all these guys'
You
names.
know why? Because let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. Tonight, before doing the podcast, I'm like, we got to get a show in. And we knew we didn't have Evan. I'm like, we're doing it. I don't give a damn. We're doing it. And then you stopped off at the neighborhood bar and drank them out of Legends. Yeah, come on, bourbon whiskey. That couldn't have
I
been.
did. I
They're
did.
out. They're out.
I
And
did
then
my best, man.
you got the empty bottle sitting on yours. And now I know you're drinking another glass right now while doing this. And I respect it. I respect it. I got you. You're a little mumbly, and you got a Masters cup you're drinking out of. I saw it. It's all golf. And I haven't played around the golf, but I have gone to the lake with the kids. I've put both my kids on a wave runner, which was fun. They've been in the big floating device on the back of the the pontoon boat, and we've jumped off the deck. So I've laked them. That's important. I grew up swimming in lakes, not swimming pools. So it's kind of cool to lake them a little bit. And went to Harding Lake right there, Georgia and Alabama border. And it's just a chill lake. It's pretty clean lake too. And there's not a whole lot of traffic. It's not like Altoona or Lanier,
Dude, I grew up on Lanier,
Mhm.
like hardcore. My dad had a really nice boat, all that shit, and fucking drove it down from New York all the way down the coast, had it put in Lanier, and it's gonna sound super bougie, but it was not. Like,
Yeah. It's all good. If you got a boat, you got a boat, and it doesn't matter what you got. If it floats and it goes, it's
I
cool.
mean, dude, like we had a kitchen inside, we had a bathroom, we had a fucking table, we had a queen size bed up front, we had the fucking
It's bougie.
bunk
You're
beds,
you're bougie.
shit.
Was it about 40 feet?
Close to.
About to say, my neighbor that we grew up with in Fayetteville, they had a 40-footer and 45-footer, and they had the same thing. They had like the big bedroom at the front, and then a bedroom at the back, kitchen, everything you just named. And I was like, it is a big boat in their driveway. I'm like, I couldn't even see like one half of their house. This sucker was just.
Oh, dude, 90% of the time we were on the boat was my dad sitting there in the back, like just working on the engine and shit. Like we weren't getting out of the dock slip at Holiday.
That's hilarious.
Doesn't
matter. That's so cool though that you had that. I mean, great memories. It's just like anything you have like that with your parents. Mine will sound bougie, and it absolutely was not. But my parents had one of those RVs. You drive it, and it had the bed over the top of the cab, and then it had bunk beds in the back, had the kitchen and the shower and all that in a little area to sit. And it was just so cool to go with them in their RV and just do it. I loved it. I mean, I was like, I'd take girls with me, and I'm like, look, parents are in the other room. I know I'm awesome, but don't moan. No moaning. None. Gotta be quiet. Keep it still. Wait, is that my mom? Is that my mom? Okay, hold on, we're good. And she'd be like, I'm like, stop. Don't do it. Don't talk. And then I hear my dad snore, and I'm like, it's on. Because then I knew my mother probably had in earplugs. Then I could be like, kawaka, kawaka. But it was fun. Those were my memories as a older person going on the RV with mom and dad.
I mean, shit, like you remember like going to the lake.
Yeah.
And like I have my memories like going to the lake, and like Lanier's, like I would happily die at Lanier. I love Lanier.
It's fun,
and
man.
I think there's a lot of people that they didn't say the same thing and they ended up in the same situation. But either way, no.
At this point, I want to pause and during show 167 of the Yeah Come On Show podcast and say that Brett's not making a lot of sense, but I am enjoying it. This is good.
Go ahead, dude.
No, man, but like you remember like being a kid, growing up, going to the lake, and like you're with your dad or your mom or whoever, and
we didn't have boats. I went to Boy Scout camp. I went to Bird.
Dude, I went to Boy Scout camp too. Like
no, those were the lakes.
Like
those were the lakes I was on.
No, dude, like I was sitting out there. Like you want to know the biggest?
I was in a canoe.
Bullshit?
I didn't have a bathroom on my boat. I was in a canoe or a rowboat.
Oh, shit.
I didn't live like you. You lucky.
Oh shit.
All right,
Dude,
this show's going down in history as you're how drunk are you? Did you drive home or did you?
No,
you got an Uber. Did your wife drive you?
No, Uber.
You Ubered.
All right. I did finish the Come On at the bar.
I love that. And you know what? Now I've posted it up. The name of the bar is Wicked Wings. So I'm like, Wicked Wings. There it is. There's the bottle empty on top of his glass. I'm like, somebody needs to order from Atlanta Beverage and get a little more Legend Come On bourbon whiskey in there. If there's one thing I hate, is when it's all gone. What about somebody walking in that bar right now ordering it? It's just not there. But you know what? The last of it's in your belly, and I appreciate it. And here's the good news. You're not going to get a hangover. You're just going to be drunk. That's all. No hangover. And I love it.
Tell me how it was taking your boys on the lake for the first time.
I already told you it was awesome. It was incredible. It was.
And how did that differ from an experience when you were a kid? Do you think that you're creating a situation where building a standard?
Yeah. I am building
a standard, not to be a dick.
No.
You get what I'm saying, right?
I'll answer your question. But no, I grew up, an above ground pool guy, split level, College Park, with a hardworking dad that, left the house at 7, got home at 7, and had a mom that didn't work. And then she started teaching because the youngest kid was going to kindergarten. So she became a kindergarten teacher, and she was always home when I got off the school bus. And that's what I knew. And every kid came to my house. So I had a wonderful childhood, but I didn't fly until I was 21. I didn't have a color television in our house until I was 16. And I didn't go to the lake until I was probably about 8 or 9 with some friends of my parents that had a boat on Lake Lanier. So everything I did was a lot later in life. My oldest son has already flown 3 times. He's gone to California, he's gone to Mexico, he's gone to Philadelphia. And I'm like, wow. He's going on the lake as a kid. He's going to these incredible homes for swim parties with his friends. And I'm like, I didn't get a taste of any of that. So already the bar's set, but we keep them humble. We always remind Brooks and Parker, and Brooks gets it. Look, you know what? You're very, very lucky. These, these are very nice homes, and this is a very nice house. You need to say thank you. You need to appreciate what's happening. Mommy and daddy didn't grow up like this. You're very lucky. So we're making him appreciate it and understand that he's at a good level and he should appreciate it, because not everybody gets to do what he gets to do. That's about as nice as I could be.
That, dude. Yeah. I applaud you for that. I mean, dude, like.
No, and I hate being serious like that, but I just want him to know, and then there's our level, our levels here.
There's a lot of people that, like, they question you as a father and like bullshit, but like you are actually like, you're a great dad.
Well, I appreciate it. Well, I had a good father, I had a good role model, but my father.
You just finished coaching baseball.
Yeah, I did. I just got done coaching baseball, and we've got, we're taking the summer off. We're taking them to the beach in 2 weeks, and then we're going with the in-laws to the beach in September. They like the off season in 30A. So yeah, they're blessed. We're all blessed, but you know how it is, dude. I don't care what you got or what you don't have. If you're healthy, you got it all. I got more friends going down. I got a 40-year reunion coming up, and I'm going to be on vacation when it hits. The 40th for MD Collins High School in College Park off Old National Highway is literally 3 weeks away, and I will be in Amelia Island. And I'm like, you know what? My family, all the supported. I went to the 5-year, the 10-year, the 20-year. You know what? If I miss this one, I think I went to the 30-year too. They had them at my bar.
Dude, I think you've earned this one.
I know, but you're like, God, you start to look at pictures, and it's like, this guy has cancer. This guy died of cancer. This guy had leukemia. These 10 people have been killed in car accidents in the past 15 years. This guy died on a motorcycle. And you're like, damn, man, it's crazy. If you're healthy, you're blessed. So it doesn't matter about.
Hey, can I give you one that's fucked up?
Yeah.
All right. So you're sitting there saying like, this guy died of this guy died of this. But imagine like I'm going into kindergarten and my dad's thinking like this and my dad's thinking like that. And you know what? Like, he's my boy now. And like, dude, you did it right.
Yeah, I waited.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like you don't owe these people anything.
Well, and I hear you. I just went to high school with them. We were all stuck together because this is where our parents lived. It's not like we chose to. It's not like I bought the house. I chose to live there. I didn't have a choice. And next thing I know, my family's living in Fayetteville. My two younger brothers are going to Fayette County high schools. But it is what it is. It's just kind of unique to look back. And I don't know what you carry with you more: your high school friends, your college friends, or to me, it's the people that are in your career. I think it's your neighborhood that you choose to live in. And I think it's people that are involved in the same career because you made a similar choice. And therefore you should have things in common based on your career. So I think those are the people you roll with: coworkers and neighborhood and family. And that's about it. It's really hard to keep up with everybody else and do, it's like, at some point you're like acquaintance.
Yeah, I'm kind of the person that's the outlier in that situation. I got like fucking fraternity friends, brothers, all that shit. I did like a full high school buddy outing last week playing golf,
But you're young. You got the energy for it.
Yeah, that's true though. Like we're not,
and I've still got the energy for it. But once kids come into play, if that happens for you and your wife and you start having kids, then it's a whole different play, because friends of yours that have already had kids, if they've got 10 and 12-year-olds, they don't want to be anywhere near your ones and threes, then you got to click with the people that have kids the same age, because it's brutal. None of my friends want to be around me. They're like, dude, we all our kids are 20, 25 and 28, or they're graduating.
Dude, I think you're preaching right to me, by the way. And I hate that.
It's all good. So right now, run everybody down, enjoy the moments, take as many pictures as you can, have as many memories as you can, and do what you do. So this podcast, the theme should be drunk and friendly. We'll call it drunk and friendly. You're drunk and I'm friendly right now, but we're talking about friends.
Yeah. Speaking of friends, how's the new show?
The new show's great. I'm working with a guy named Jeff Cole with a G. And the funny thing about My Fox FM, if you've had a chance to listen, I'm in my third full week of being on air. Actually, it'll be a month. Friday or next Monday, I've been on air a month. So it's kind of cool to get paid. The other cool thing is I'm not in corporate radio. So I have a 30-day non-compete, not a 6-month. I don't have to run things by people. My boss knows I'm not an idiot, and I don't have to take tests to prove that I'm a good person. I don't have corporate attorneys to run a stunt by. If I want to do something crazy like jump off a billboard, I can do it into an inflatable. I don't have to clear it with anybody. If I want to, toss a pumpkin at somebody's head or wrap myself in bubble wrap and roll down the staircase, I can do it. I can do anything I want. And we're going to do those things. We've got an email, we got a phone number. And what I didn't know about Jeff Cole is he met me at American Pie probably about 20 something years ago. And he reminded me, he goes, "Do you remember me? I'm the comedian that you joked about." And I went, "Huh?" I had hosted my second year in radio at Kennesaw. Was it Kennesaw or Gwinnett? Gwinnett Hooters, a talent show. And this dude showed up as a comedian, Jeff Cole, who I work with now. And when he got done, I said, is there anything funny you'd like to say before you leave the stage? Because I was just cracking on him. And he comes up to me, he goes, "Yeah, about 3 years ago, you messed with me." He goes, "I'm trying to get in radio. I still do a little stand-up." And I basically, at American Pie, handed him my business card. I was working with the regular guys, and he showed up at 96 Rock. I introduced him to everybody, and that dude started working at 96 Rock in 2021 as a weekender because of me. And I didn't even know I got him the job. I didn't even know. So then he does that for like 10 years, and I see him in the hall. Then he starts working for one of our sister stations, 105.3, and he's doing that, and he knows all the same people. He passes me in the hall, and he's just super chill. And then when 96 Rock goes down, he's the last guy in the studio that pressed the button for the last song before it became Project 961. And I'm like, good God. And then he goes to work at the river, and the river tells him, mandatory, we're going to put shots in your arm. There's a pandemic. We all got to take it. And he said, pound sand. And he walked away from his gig at the river because he wouldn't take the shot. And I'm like, more power to you. Corporate radio was making us all do it. And that's how we got to work at My Fox FM. And now he's my co-host, and the dude's solid. He's a good dude. We'll have him on, he's already just been totally complimentary. He likes the podcast that we do. He asks questions about you guys. He's just a great, great dude. And, he wants to do all the right things, and I dig it. So we're having fun, and we're working it out. And basically, I think we hit the ground running. And, if you live north of 285, all you got to do is listen to the app, My Fox FM. Just put it on, hit your little aux button on Bluetooth, and listen to me in your car. No matter where you drive, where you go in the country, you can hear our morning show 6 to 10, My Fox FM. And I can tell you, I pick the music. We do politics, because that's what we call it, politictainment instead of politics. And we talk about it, because guess what? Corporate radio won't let you talk about politics. So we do talk about it. And then we made a decision to do Steve MZ. So we cover that, and we're doing sports, but we'll have a surprise here come July 1st. We're going to farm sports in, and I will be working at another station as well, another independent sports station. And I can't say as of yet, but I'll be able to say July 1st who that is. So right now, I do want to take a moment, because we're working hard here. Brett's dealing with it. I want to thank Brett for coming in and doing the podcast, because I wanted it done tonight, and I interrupted his drinking night, and I appreciate it. Evan couldn't make it. So you just do what you do, brother. JoeBees.com, bee pollen. Let me tell you right now, there's a deal with the Yeah Come On show. They're also going to be sponsoring and are sponsoring My Fox FM. But if you hear it here and you say you heard it here, he's offering you 4 months free. He'll sell you 8 months and give you 4 months free of bee pollen. I take it every day. OxygenFinancial.com. That's where we do the show. Circle285.com. Another sponsor that's on My Fox FM now, and they're there for you. Bundle it, man. Get your homeowner's insurance, get your car insurance, and bundle it together. Even if you do renter's insurance, get a lower price. Legend Jack Come On Bourbon Whiskey, which is what Brett's on right now, and David Markwell, Ridgeline Counseling. It's about time to have him back on, and I'm going to have him on our show on My Fox
he just
FM.
Moved locations too.
He did.
We got to talk about that.
Where's David Markwell? So that's Ridgeline Counseling. He was in Marietta and Blue Ridge, and all you have to do is go to Markwell, MARKWELL therapy.com, and the guy will talk to you in person, or he will Zoom you. And there's a lot of people going through stuff. He's fantastic. I did marriage counseling with him. He's great. Where is he now?
No, I saw he moved his Marietta office. I think he's somewhere else in Marietta.
All right, we'll have to find out where that is, because I've been to that office. It was very convenient to get to. So another reason to have him on. But obviously, if you go online and you go to markwelltherapy.com, he'll have his new location up. But he's got 7 or 8 people. Personally, I would ask for him. He's a great counselor, and man, he works with everything from children to adults to elderly, to people that are dealing with suicidal thoughts, people just trying to cope, people that have lost loved ones and are trying to figure it out. I mean, he works on all levels. He's an incredible man. Glad to have him as a friend. But that is those are our sponsors, and again, some of them now are on My Fox FM. And again, I thank you for bringing that up, Brett. And one question I wanted to ask you: can you just tell me real quick, for those of you that follow Evan Brandonicio, what is he dressed up as? Who are the girls in wigs? What is going on his social media?
Dude, I don't know.
Is it character, cosplay? What is it?
Steve, you played soccer, right?
Yeah.
I played baseball, football, basketball. I don't know the gaming community.
My
brother does, but I don't.
And hey, that's cool. You know what? Let me tell you right now, I caught a lot of hell for playing soccer. Now soccer's way cool, but back in the day, a lot of people.
Soccer's dope now.
Yeah, but boy, in the 80s, everybody's like, if you ain't playing football or baseball, I'm like, yeah, guess what? We all pierced our left ears. We smoke pot. You guys do Copenhagen and drink Budweiser, and all your girlfriends are hanging out with us and not you because we have long hair and you're morons and we're not. So, soccer players were the cool dudes. And I didn't realize the one thing that I crapped on, and I was so stupid, was the golf team. Little did I know 3 or 4 years out of high school, I'd pick up golf, and I'm like, what a moron. I should have been playing golf in high school. And I just want to tell you guys, how many legends, Come On Bourbon Whiskeys, because I want to know if you have a hangover tomorrow. I'm going to say you will not because of our quantum purity. You have pushed it. You have done a podcast. You started out somewhat sober, and you finished it wasted. Now, you're going to go do something ugly with your wife, and I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. And I'm afraid it's going to happen while we're doing this podcast. I've got to end it. I'm Southside Steve. That's Brett Barney, my co-host. The co-host is not here. This was show 167. It will go down in history as a, oh, good, you're hydrating. I love it. As Brett's drunk show. Do we call it Brett Drunk? Brett intoxicated. I'm trying to think of it. Oh, drooling Brett? No, that's too cruel. Stuttering Brett. Bye-bye, Brett.